Weekend as well. Back to you.
First responders are those brave men and women who rush to the scene of a crime or accident to help those injured. But what about the trauma that they can feel as an effect? Well, here to talk about that trauma and even addiction problems that may follow are Peter Latender and Tara Rondo of Clinical Services of Rhode Island. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Tara, let's start with you. Tell us about this trauma. And are there certain occupations that are more, I guess, susceptible to it?
Normally you'll find that police officers, firefighters, combat veterans, those are the ones that usually will have more issues than others.
And this is something that they might deal with for many years later, for maybe even their entire life.
Yeah.
What can trauma lead to?
So oftentimes it becomes isolating. They'll start to isolate themselves. You'll notice some really strange behaviors. They're more irritable all the time. They take it out on family members mostly because that's the person that's closest to them.
And maybe at times they might have some sort of vice because in order to maybe release some stress or some tension, they unfortunately turn to possibly alcohol, substance abuse.
Alcohol usually is one of the biggest. They'll turn to that because it's an easier way to numb yourself, and then you don't have to really think about anything.
Peter, do you find this a lot? A lot of people are coming into you and you notice maybe they do have some of these occupations, sometimes a similar background?
We do see a lot of first responders, people with, that have been exposed to traumas or multiple traumas. And for some, they may have been exposed to traumas for years and they didn't have any problems, but for others, it could be 1 or 2 or 3 incidents that could set them off. And families are really affected by this. So we get calls from loved ones that call the office a lot of the times looking for advice, looking for information.
Speaking of information, what do you provide? What do you offer for these people who are dealing with a certain addiction?
Sure. Well, as you know, we're a substance use disorder facility, so we work a lot with people that have those types of problems. But when people come into our offices with trauma, they'd see someone like Tara, who's a trauma specialist. Tara has extensive experience in working with people that have trauma, and sometimes it is complicated when there's a substance use disorder.
Certainly.
So many times we are working on both issues at once, but many times we have to kind of focus in on one more than the other. But individual counseling, group counseling, sometimes detoxification, strong family involvement, that's a big piece of what we do.
And really kind of customizing that to the person, to the individual. Guys, thank you so much. All really helpful information. If you want to learn more about the help one can receive at Clinical Services of Rhode Island, you know where to go, rhodeshow.com. We'll post a link to their website.